Hi guys, just before this video starts, by the way, the theme of the video and the video is about is that Thais don't have much awareness of the rules of the road and everything that goes with that. But I just want to give you a teaser before the video starts. In the making of this video, I've used 3 cameras. A Canon M50 Mark II, a GoPro and a Samsung 21 SE, I think it is. If you can, let me know in the timestamp, just write the timestamp where you think which camera was used, and I'll let you know who was right, and I'll give you a big shout out who was right in the forthcoming video. Anyway, I'm at a car graveyard here, and this is where a lot of the cars that are involved in accidents in Bangkok end up. It's just one of the places. But the people who are involved in those accidents end up in different kind of graveyards. Anyway, enjoy the video. So there's 2 ambulances and there's a car in between the 2 of them. This is a common feature, as you know, as I said to you, 60 fatalities a day in Thailand, on Thailand roads. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Alpha Omega occasionally. I'm en route, is that the way you say it? To Nana in Sukhumvit at 8:30 in the morning. But it's not why most Farang go to Nana. And well, they wouldn't be going to Nana at 8:30 in the morning for that. Well, some of them do, believe it or not. I'm going to Nana because that's where my wife works. And she works for a financial institution. And she has forgotten both her phones. So I got a phone call from her to drive into Nana to bring her phones. But on the way, I'm going to demonstrate something to you. Do you know Thais have got, I won't say absolutely no road sense. I mean, obviously they've got some road sense, but they've got very, very little. I'm going to go through details as to why, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you proof of what I'm saying. And one of the reasons they have absolutely no road sense, well, they don't have a lot of road sense, is because of the driving test. I did the driving test here in Thailand. And the driving test in Thailand does not prepare you for driving on the road, because in the test you don't drive on the road. Well, I don't know if it's changed now because I did my driving test over 10 years ago, but when I did my driving test I didn't drive on the road. I drove inside this enclosed circuit, and a guy with a megaphone was shouting instructions at me in Thai. And all I had to do was drive forward, reverse into a lay-by, pull into a curb, and that was essentially it. There was nothing else. And the theory test, yes, the theory test covers a lot, but it's hit and miss. When I did the theory test, I couldn't understand the translated English, so the examiner did it for me. So she did it for me. How many other people does she do it for? Anyway, listen, we're going to drive into Nana at 8:30 on a Tuesday morning, and let's see how badly Thais drive and how much they don't understand or have no idea, or little or no idea, of road sense, or the rules of the road for that matter. You know, a lot of fellas say to me, well, some fellas have said to me that I make too many videos in my car. Well, it's part of my life in Thailand. That's what I do. I drive, and I can tell you, I drive a damn sight better than Thais do, because I learned to drive in Europe. And you think that I'm being superior? You know I'm not. What is it? Thailand has one of the highest rates of road fatalities anywhere in the world. I've said it a million times, you know that. And the way that car drivers and motorcyclists acquit themselves on the roads is laughable. Absolutely laughable. Stay with me and enjoy this. So we're driving on the main Rashidafasik road at 8:35 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. And you know, just to demonstrate this, all you got to do is look. All you got to do is look ahead of you. I'm going to try now and get into this change lanes, and a motorcycle comes. I'm indicating, and he came right up, knowing that I'm indicating, and that's what they do. They overtake you when you're indicating right. You know, we drive on the left side of the road here. If I'm indicating right and going right, a motorcyclist will still come and overtake me as I'm doing that. But you can see the amount of motorcycles you have to contend with at any given time, anywhere in Thailand, but especially here in Bangkok. And then sitting in the back of pickups, look at that. We all know this. But that's what I mean about road sense. Do they even consider what will happen if he goes over the speed bump or takes a corner too sharply and they fall out of the back of that? It happens all the time. When an airliner crashes, the industry will investigate the reasons why, and if it's a structural fault, or it's an engineering fault, or whatever it is, that fleet, or that model of aircraft, let's say, will be grounded until that fault has been addressed. You see here, 60 people a day die on Thailand roads. I repeat that, statistically, 60 people a day die on Thailand roads. But they know the reasons why, but they don't implement any actions to counteract this carnage. No helmets. You see, all this, but this is something that you may not have seen as we drive along into Sukhumvit at 8:30, or what is now 8:37 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. I know it's a lot better than Vietnam. I've been to Vietnam. I know the crack. Here it's a lot more civilized than Vietnam in terms of how they obey, say, traffic lights. But it's not always the case that they do. You may not know that if you have a collision, or if put it this way, if you have a collision with a motorcyclist, or a motorcyclist in Thailand, and a motorcyclist has a collision with you, regardless of who's at fault, you're at fault. It's a fact. It's happened to me. If you have a collision with a Thai on the road, if it's the case for motorcycles, I assume it's the same for cars, but you are at fault as the foreigner. So taking a car out on the roads in Thailand, you're really you're taking a chance. The reason I felt comfortable from the outset is because they drive on the left here, and in Ireland we drive on the left, so the learning curve was that little bit less. But that's where the similarity ended. We don't have, apart from Napoli. I believe Napoli in Italy is similar. I've never been to Napoli. I've been to Italy many times. Never been to Napoli. But it's similar to what it is here. That's what I was told. Anyway, let's have a look and see what they're at. Side saddle. Wonderful. Practical. Logical. My God. Center of gravity. Not they all do it. Most of the women here, they put their dignity ahead of their safety. Again, no helmets. I mean, I've done it. When in Rome, you take a motorcycle taxi from A to B. You don't walk around with a helmet, and they don't provide you with a helmet. So there, off you go. Changing lanes here is, it's Russian roulette. That's what it bloody well is. Hang on. I'm looking in the mirror there. You see my mirror? So I'm going to go. I'm indicating they make no allowance. No, the motorcycles make no allowance for a car indicating coming into their path. The onus of responsibility is on you, and it goes double if you're a Farang. No road sense whatsoever. Meandering through lanes, zigzagging. No lane discipline. The cars have a degree of lane discipline. Well, they do, but the motorcycles have absolutely no lane discipline. They are the ones in control. They are the ones in charge on Bangkok roads. That's a fact. They have absolutely no road sense whatsoever. And U-turns, forget it. Look at this. They just edge out. Look. That motorcyclist in front of me is indicating left, and he pulls out right. I've said it before. There you go. Absolutely no road sense whatsoever. And if you drive a Mercedes here, or a BMW, or any fancy car, you have power over everybody else. Everyone else must bow to you. That's the way they view it here. You see, part of the problem of Bangkok traffic is that Bangkok had a population of about 1 million in and around the end of World War II, and it just mushroomed after that very, very quickly. So 2025, what is it? 12 to 15 million, depending who you're talking to. Could be more, yeah, the further you go out. But the city didn't have a chance to improve its infrastructure or to build its transport infrastructure to cope with the influx of the population. So it's chaos. Look at this. It's absolute chaos. And of course, no helmets. I mean, that's it. I'm going to say no helmets. There's a kid going to school. Baseball cap. Anyway, we're at the junction, Petchenbury Junction up here. It's the railroad crossing. And it's bedlam up here. It's absolutely bedlam. There's traffic coming in from the left. There's traffic zigzagging. And we've been sitting here for the last 10 minutes going nowhere. Probably a school teacher with his backpack on his back. Probably, but I'm assuming that's what most of them do, or most of us do when we first come here. I've been sitting here for the last 20 minutes at this junction, and I'll do a bit of a zoom up here. We've got the green light. Do you see it? Well, you see, we can't go because there's traffic coming in from the left up there. And it's just bedlam. It's just absolute bedlam. When I talk about no road sense, I'm also talking about, say, traffic management. They're doing the best they can. They obviously do the best they can. But you can see it's just not good enough. We started this journey at about 8:35 a.m. And there's the time now. We're moving. I don't believe it. We're moving. On a red. God damn, we'd be all day doing this. Coming up to this crate. Look at your man trying to edge out. Look, he's trying to cut me off. Look. They just tried to cut you off. And of course, this is where you get angry. This is where road rage starts. He was indicating, but my wife has often told me, she's Thai, don't indicate when you do that because you give the other fella a heads up to not to let you out. That's the way they think. We got the green light now, but it's not going to make any difference at all. Oh, apparently it is. We're going to move. I don't believe it. Is he going to cut in front of me? Yes, he is. There you go, lads. Will I make it through? Will I make it through? Jesus, no, I won't. Look at this. Look at this. You'll see it for what it is up here. You'll see it for what it is. It's just, look at that cutting out in front of me. Jesus Christ. I have to move across now. I gotta go across to the right here. And it's taking your life in your hands. It really is. I'm over the railway line, look. Hang on. God damn. Okay, we made it through that. So there's two ambulances. And there's a car in between the two of them. This is a common feature, as you know, as I said to you, 60 fatalities a day in Thailand, on Thailand roads. This is Soi Tre Nana. We're just taking a left into it just off Petchenbury Road. So this is the heart of the tourist area. 1 second. Can I get out? I can, I think. Yes, I can. Look, motorcycles on the wrong side of the road. Typical. Typical, that's the way it is. Park in anywhere you want. Park on the laneway. There doesn't seem to be any discipline whatsoever in terms of car parking. I'm going to let him across. He doesn't expect it. They never do expect it because cars don't give, or motorists don't give any credence to pedestrians at all. More motorcycles on the wrong side of the road. But if you're used to Nana, you're used to this. So I'm just coming up to the financial establishment and I'll hand over the phone. Now 9:25. We've been almost exactly an hour to drive 7 kilometers with an average speed of 8 kilometers per hour. traffic's a little bit easier here because this is tourist stuff. This is a tourist area. I don't know if that should make a difference, but apparently it has. You can see yourself. I'll give her a call. You might ask, there she is there, hang on. But she's got her phone. I'm going to try and pull out now without hitting a motorcycle. You can tell we're in Nana. There you go there. Don't know where she's going. Dressed like that at 9:30 in the morning. You can only assume. I shouldn't assume. But this is an extra bonus, lads. We're in Nana at 8:30 in the morning, and there are individuals still working, if you know what I mean. You'll see them here. They'll be on our left, this side. There's side 4 dead ahead. We're doing a left here. And here we are. And the individuals are on the street there. I'll lower the window. The only reason I'm showing you this is because it's 9:30 in the morning. And you wouldn't be in your right mind. Engaging one of those ladies at this hour of the morning. Because you'd say to yourself, she's obviously doing it 24/7. And if she's doing it 24/7, yeah, well, I don't have to tell you. So here we are anyway. We're on the way back. And you've witnessed what it's like to experience the absolute lack of road sense in Thailand. And it's not a criticism. It's an observation. If the education isn't there, then how are they supposed to know? They just don't know. They have no real idea. Look at these. Fuck. You see what I mean? They have no real sense of it at all. I'm not saying I'm the best in the world. I'm not the best driver in the world, but I can drive in Bangkok. And I have respect for other road users. They are the most polite, friendly people in the world, but when they get on the road, they are completely the opposite. It's like Jekyll and Hyde, it really is. Okay, will he let me go? There he is. Look, motorcycle. No, he won't let me go. I'm indicating left and he just keeps going. I'm going down here. This is where the smart money goes. I'm not going down the Sol. So I'm going down side 19. You can cut down here if you're interested. Side 19. You can avoid the intersection there, the Sol. Go right down the end of here. Turn right. And it brings you down onto the main Rashid Afasik Road without the hassle. Bedlam. Look, motorcycles. Fucking bedlam. She wants to get across. I'm going to let her cross. Right, it'll take her a while for her to register. Look, it's registered because they don't. There you go. They don't usually let pedestrians or give pedestrians the right of way, as I said. Wonderful, lads. Wonderful, isn't it? It is wonderful. Life is wonderful. I'm just going to show you here as we approach the end of this road what I mean by this this shortcut. I know my way around Bangkok. So you go right down the end. This is where the money is in Bangkok, by the way. Sukhumvit. All the big houses. Look at the gates on that. All the big houses. Very leafy, very nice. Very clean. Very tidy. Unlike elsewhere, you'll find that Wireless Road is the same with all the embassies, but most cities do that. Actually, I was watching a video about Dakar last night, and geez, if you think Bangkok is bad, you wouldn't want to live there, I tell you that for nothing. Anyway, here we are now. We're up on Asal. This is what I mean by the shortcut. You avoid all that intersection there. The intersection will be on our right, the main Asal intersection. And then we got to try and pull out. Hang on. Will we get out? We will. It's amazing. Because we're going against the flow of traffic. But listen, you're not going against the flow of traffic. I hope you're enjoying this video. I'll summarise it when I get back to the house and I'll give you a bit more detail on how Thais have absolutely or little or no road sense. Well guys, I made it home safe and sound. And do you know, I didn't cover it in this video because I covered it in other videos. But I've been involved in more than one traffic accident here in Thailand. And even though I wasn't at fault, I was the one that had to pay out. If you're interested in that and hearing the stories about that, I did make videos about that before, but a long time ago on this channel. If you want an update on that, or not an update, if you want to hear about that and you want me to make another video about that, I'll be more than happy to do that. But believe me, if you're a Farang and you get involved in a road traffic accident here, it doesn't matter if the Thai was at fault, you're the one that's at fault. And that's a fact. And I just want to say that I love making these videos for you. And if you enjoy watching these, maybe if you could afford that little something, you can help me out on Patreon. The link is in the description. I have lots more videos coming for you lads, oodles more. And I'll keep them coming. And I hope you'll keep watching. Thanks very much for watching this one. And I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. Thanks for joining me.